although they still have limits on certain paper products. Graul's Market in Cape St. Clair has loads of Maryland-grown vegetables. During our visit in mid-May, produce manager Donna Taylor took in shipments of lettuce, basil, tomatoes, and asparagus.
The lettuce here that we just picked for Graul's was picked this morning. You know, my guys come in at 5:30 and customers are getting a fresher product as opposed to, say, something that's coming on a truck from California or Florida.
John Maniscalco and his family own Chesapeake Greenhouse, a farm capable of growing 42,000 heads of lettuce at a time. But like many others, COVID-19 has slowed down their business.
We're only doing roughly 10% of what we normally do this time of year. With the, restaurants closed, the hotels we deliver closed, all the schools we deliver are closed. So we're delivering whoever's open, like Graul's, but the volume is a lot lower.
Right now, the tomatoes, lettuce, and basil all came from greenhouses. But as the weather warms up, fresh asparagus leads the charge for the outdoor growing season.
Here's our asparagus. Can you see it okay?
Ashley Genova manages the retail market at Godfrey's farm, a 600-acre operation in Suddlersville, Maryland, with 200 acres of hand-picked produce.
We start in the spring. This year it was early April with asparagus. Then go from strawberries to tart cherries. Then we do blueberries, blackberries, corn, tomatoes, peaches, peppers, cantaloupes, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but that's all I can remember.
But with all the people required to pick, pack, and transport those crops, some consumers are worried. Is produce safe? According to the Centers for Disease Control, there is, quote, very low risk of spreading COVID-19 from food products or packaging. You're much more likely to catch it from being near an infected person than from eating fruit or vegetables. However, the CDC does strongly advise washing your hands before you eat or prepare food, and to properly rinse all produce. One major factor keeping food safe to eat are a set of rules called GAP, or Good Agricultural Practices, which help reduce the risk of produce contamination. Both the United States and Maryland Departments of Agriculture offer GAP certification programs.
We come out to verify that not only do they have a good food safety plan, but they fully implemented that plan and are following it.
During a visit to Godfrey's in 2016, we met Deanna Baldwin, the Food Quality Assurance Program Manager for the MDA.
And we've trained over 900 Maryland farmers in good food safety practices for produce since we started in about 2009.
Godfrey's has been GAP certified for years, and now those practices are also helping protect against COVID-19.
We do a lot of different monitoring. We're testing our water. We do worker safety trainings with videos on how to properly wash your hands, how to handle food products. Since we are packing asparagus, we are sanitizing a line. We sanitize crates before they go out. We sanitize all the tools that workers are using. When they come back in, those are re-sanitized. It's a lot of washing.
Not every farm is GAP certified, but most grocery stores and food distributors require it. And in light of recent events, farms are taking extra steps to protect their customers and workers.
All of the workers have access to masks, and we're being as careful as we can. Obviously making sure we're washing their hands and wearing our masks and not touching our face, and that's just our mantra lately.
Other products, like meat, dairy, and prepared foods, have their own inspection and certification programs, run through different government and private organizations. So, if it ends up on a grocery store shelf, it's almost certainly safe to eat.
As a nation, the incidence of foodborne illness is tiny, minuscule when you look at the size of this food supply.
And as the produce season ramps up, Maryland farmers are dedicated to keeping things that way.
We're a family farm, so I just hope that everyone kind of sees that we're all like doing our very best and working as hard as we can to try and make sure that we are being safe.